August the 5th, 2017, Garden of Daddy iCha. The pumpkins. We got leaves on the left side, looking a bit worse for wear, to tell you the truth. You know, they've been through, well, can you hear that? That crispy, crunchy sound as the leaves that have been through so much rain this year so far. And sun, rain and sun. You get rain and then you get sun. And the leaves have done what they're supposed to do, but we always get to this stage in the leaves. Crisp up. You know, I always have this problem with pumpkins. I don't know if it is some kind of something to do with the soil, or more than likely something to do with the soil, or just the weather. We've got still this massive pumpkin down here. It's got even more massive. Can you see that? Yeah. Proper things. That's quite a hefty pumpkin. That's pumpkin number 1. And it has probably more than doubled in size since the last time we looked at it. We've got a little one down here where the leaf broke, the stem broke, and I spliced it. If we remember last time, you can still see the splice right there. If I can get in through this undergrowth, the splice is still there, and it's holding it together. But right off the end of it, a little pumpkin has developed. Look at that. How about that then? You wouldn't have thought something like that would happen right there. But right there, we've got this little one, and it's balancing on a tub so it doesn't touch the ground, which is always good with these. The pumpkin that was hanging off the top has died. It went yellow and died. I had to cut it off. It's like the vines can only support one. That's what it seems like. So this big one was sucking up all the juice and energy out the ground, so it wasn't going further and reaching up to that one, so I had to cut it off so it's no longer up there. If we come around here, here's pumpkin number 2, under here somewhere. It's under here. There you go. Pumpkin number 2. And this one's quite big as well. It's quite big. It's there's the size of my hand, as you can see. It's like a football size, I would say. Yeah. And it's balancing on my balancing mechanism, which is a water bottle with a stick going down to the ground. Yeah, I had to come up with some way to take the weight off this frame. So this seems to be working quite nice. Takes the weight off and it's balancing. As you can see, you can hear it creaking, but it takes the weight. These things weigh quite a bit, quite a few pounds by the look of it. So anyway, that's pumpkin number 2. And we've got the vine coming down, and it's reached all the way down to the bottom. And where it broke down there, I thought it would be the end of it. There it is again. But it's gone all the way along. It's gone along the ground. I've buried the vine. And it's gone along the ground, and it's going all the way out that way to the end of the garden. Yeah. As you can see over the side there, we've got the side plant that we planted in the side bed. Yeah, we had 2 here. One died because the soil over there was really acid. I had got this tester and I put it in the ground and it was off the scale. Acid. Don't ask me what's going on down there. Acid. It was mad under there, and it just that plot. Let's go. I'll show you closer. This little plot here with the forks in it had a pumpkin in it, and it just died. And I put another one in. I pulled the pumpkin out of the spare one, put that in, and it died. And then, as I said, when I put the tester in the ground, the needle was off the scale. Some mad acid was down there. Yeah, so we've balanced it up. We put some lime in there, and it should be okay now. I tested it the other day, and it was more getting back to normal. But on this bed over here, this is the side bed, the left-hand side, the left wing. And this one is, you can see some nice yellow flowers opening up this morning. Yeah, male flowers opening up. It's always a good sign. And we've buried Divine, and it's going along. We've buried Divine, yeah? And that's going all the way up. And it's up the frame, it started up the frame, it's making its way up, and it's going to go across the top, hopefully. And hopefully we'll have some pumpkins on here. We've got a little one around here somewhere. Where is it? There, can you see that over there? Yeah, got a little one around there. So we'll keep our eye on that. We're not going to count that one yet because it's small. We don't count the pumpkins until they get to a certain size. So we've done 2. Here's number 3. Number 3 is right here. This is another good size, football size. And again, balancing on my balancing mechanism, which seems to be working nice. The stick going down to the ground, into the bottle, balancing on the top, taking the weight off this rickety frame, which would just collapse under the weight of these 3 monster size pumpkins. Yeah, so that's doing good. Down here you might have noticed there's a little one, but as you can see it's going yellow. This is on the same vine as this one, and it seems like, as I said, the vines can only support 1 pumpkin. So this is the second one, it's going yellow, and this is what happened to all the other ones. They went yellow. Once they go like that, you know, it's done really. It's done. It's coitons for this pumpkin, so I'm gonna have to cut that off because it will just go yellow. Bottom end will go black and it will rot. So that's gonna come off. But the vine has gone all the way down, and this is also going along the ground here. Yeah, so it stopped there. I don't know if it's going to catch on and go with that one. That'd be nice. And then we could have it going along and up there. And who knows what. On the second cage, we got to number 4. Can you see that? This one is absolutely massive. Absolutely huge. Huge thing, this. Yeah. This is the biggest one so far. It is so big, it's taken up the whole of this space and is resting on the mechanism down there, that balancing. And it is just, it weighs a ton. It's so heavy, this thing. This one alone, oh my God, we'll be able to make so much, well, I'm not going to say in front of the pumpkins, but we'll be able to make so much something with this, you know, so far. And it's, I don't even think it's finished growing. It's got that nice pumpkin sound, if you can hear that hollow sound. And that's, you can see the leaves starting to die around it, which means it's probably finished growing now. Probably gone as big as it can go, but I'm going to leave it and see what happens. It might grow a bit further. So what is that? That's number 4. We had some little ones up the top, but they've died because the big one has sucked all the energy. I've had to cut them off. There were some little ones along here, if you remember last time. And there is one here actually. And we see this. Let's go around this way. Yeah, that one there. It's going yellow. So that's going to have to come off. That's not going to go anywhere. It's had it. Couldn't get any energy. This one sucked them all off. There was another one up here and that one died as well. So we've had about 4 or 5 die on the vine, which is the norm for me anyway. Okay, so that's number 4. Here's number 5. Around here, another biggie. And you notice they're all quite big this year. I mean, when I've done pumpkins before, they've never all been big. In fact, I don't think I've had one even this big, and this isn't the biggest one. So something's being done right this year. And I think it might have something to do with the fact that I'm burying the vines more. I tend to bury the vines as much as I can. And yeah, I can see the difference. So as right here, you can see all the leaves are dying again. going crispy. I struggle to water the right amount, because with pumpkins you can overwater them and you can underwater them, and I think it's a bit of trial and error trying to work out how much water to put in. But I try and water them twice a week and put a lot of water in the ground. But these leaves are really crispy, and it kind of makes you think you should give it more water. But I don't know. I just think those pumpkins down there are just soaking up everything. We've got pumpkin 6 here, but as you can see, even though this one got to a certain size, it's going yellow at the bottom, so this is done. And you can see, if you look at the stem, that's really gnarled. That's really done, really. It's had it. Yeah, that's not gonna survive, sadly, because that got to quite a decent size. Look, it's about, well, apple size. But that yellow's gonna rise and rise until it gets to the top, and then, but it's done, really. It's all mushy. You can feel it at the bottom, soft. You can see my balancing mechanism a bit better on this one. Look at that. Brilliant idea. Worked out pretty well. Stick and a bottle. Just a stick and a bottle. Yeah. Under here, somewhere, there you go. There's a little pumpkin. Pumpkin. And it's a bit early to count this one, because it's, it's still very small. So here you go, apple size. We just have to wait and see whether this one is going to develop or go yellow. It looks a bit yellow, actually. Looks like it might be going yellow. So, dinner. But anyway, this vine is grown all the way along. Excuse me. Up the pole, up the pole, up the pole. Yeah. And it goes all the way up to the top. And as you can see, it's sticking out the top there. Not sure where it's going to go after that. I'm going to try and train it so that it goes back onto the top of the ivy and runs along the top all the way to the end. And we might even get some pumpkins, because there is one little one up there. Don't know if you can see that. There's a little one right there. Yeah. But we're not going to count it yet, because it's still too small. Yeah, so far we got, I would say, five pumpkins. Huge, massive pumpkins. Five would be good. How many we planted? There's 2 vines there, 3 vines over there. There's 1 vine at the side here, and there's 2 vines at this side, and there's 2 vines over there. So all the vines in the middle have produced massive pumpkins. The ones on the sides have not produced anything, so I'm not sure whether it's the ivy that it's competing with on this side, or the fact that I normally plant along the side pumpkins, so the soil may be a little more weak along the side, or both sides. Could be that, I don't know. I've been watering with the same water. I've been using the same mixture of tomato fertilizer. So I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens. We're waiting for these 2 on the side. We want 2 pumpkins on this side, and we want 2 pumpkins on that side. The vines don't seem to be strong enough to support more than 1 pumpkin. So when the first one comes, that one generally is the one that takes, and the ones after that just die. We've got a little one down there. There's a little one up there. So we'll wait and see what happens with those, maybe in a couple of weeks. There's a little one over there. So that means the only one that hasn't produced anything is that one right over in the corner. So we'll wait and see what happens with that. That one right over there in the corner. Yeah. So we're expecting another 4 pumpkins, another 4. Expecting another 4. We'll wait and see what happens though. It's all good.